Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Nature channel. Take a deep breath, let your shoulders drop, and allow yourself to settle into this moment. Tonight, we're going to explore something gentle and curious, the quiet world where cats observe us, where they notice things we barely notice about ourselves. This isn't a lesson or a list. This is just a soft wandering through the small mysteries that live between you and the cats who share your space. Let yourself relax. Breathe slowly. And let's begin. You know, when a cat sits near the window and watches you move through your day, they're reading something you can't see, the rhythm of your breathing. A cat can tell just by watching the rise and fall of your chest, whether you're calm or anxious, whether you've had a hard day or a gentle one. They don't think about it the way you might. They simply know. The way wind knows which way to move through leaves. And when you come home, before you even open the door, your cat has already sensed your approach. Not just from the sound of your footsteps, though they hear those too. They feel the change in air pressure as you move closer. The world shifts ever so slightly when you're near, and they notice. It's like how the surface of a pond knows when rain is coming. Subtle, but unmistakable. There's a warmth you carry that's invisible to you. Your body heat creates a signature, a gentle glow in the infrared spectrum that cats can detect. When you sit down after a long day, your cat knows exactly where you've been sitting by the warmth you've left behind. They can follow your heat like tracking footprints in fresh snow, each impression telling them where you paused, where you rested. Have you ever noticed how a cat will sometimes stare at a spot on the wall, completely focused on what seems like nothing? They're seeing movements in the air that you cannot see. Tiny particles dancing in shafts of light, the almost imperceptible drift of dust, the microscopic flutter of a moth's wing 3 rooms away. Their eyes catch motion you'll never witness, like watching a film that only plays for them. When you're sad, you might not say anything. You might not even cry, but your cat knows. The chemical composition of your scent changes with your emotions. Stress, sadness, joy. Each one creates a different perfume that rises from your skin. Your cat reads you like you might read the weather, sensing the shift before the storm arrives or the sun breaks through. They know the sound of your heartbeat. When you hold a cat close, they're listening to that steady drum, that ancient rhythm that tells them you're alive, you're here, you're safe. They've memorized the pattern of it, and if it speeds up or slows down, they notice. The way you might notice when familiar music suddenly changes tempo. Your routine is a map they've memorized without trying. The exact time you wake up, the number of steps from your bedroom to the kitchen, the sound of the coffee maker, the particular way you open the curtains. They know this choreography better than you do. If you skip a step or do something out of order, they feel it, like a missing note in a song they know by heart. There's a frequency to your voice that shifts depending on who you're talking to. When you speak to them, your tone rises, softens, becomes something gentler. They recognize this shift. They know the difference between your work voice, your phone voice, your stressed voice, and the voice you save just for them. Each one is a different current in the same river. Cats can sense the electromagnetic fields around you. Your nervous system creates tiny electrical pulses, and they feel these like whispers in the air. When you're about to have a seizure or a migraine, before you even know it yourself, Your electrical signature changes. Some cats will come and sit with you, not because they're worried, but because they've noticed. The way a bird notices the shift in wind before a storm. The texture of your sleep is something they understand deeply. They know when you're in light sleep and when you've dropped into dreams. They can tell by your breathing, by the tiny movements of your eyes beneath closed lids, by the way your muscles relax or twitch. They time their movements around this, choosing when to settle beside you, when to leave you undisturbed. Your hands carry stories. Every time you touch something during your day, you collect scent molecules, tiny particles of everywhere you've been. When you come home and reach down to pet your cat, they're reading those hands like a book. They know if you've touched another animal, if you've been in a garden, if you've handled food. Your hands are covered in invisible maps. There's a pattern to how you move through space, and cats have measured it precisely. They know how much room you need to pass through a doorway, the exact arc of your arm when you reach for something, the trajectory of your feet when you walk. This is why they can weave between your legs without being stepped on. They've calculated your geometry without ever thinking about math. When you're about to leave the house, you probably think you're being subtle, but your cat knows before you've even picked up your keys. The way you move changes. Your energy shifts. You become purposeful in a particular way. They've seen this pattern hundreds of times. It's like how trees know when autumn is coming, not from the calendar, but from subtle changes in light and temperature. The rhythm of your breath changes when you're about to speak. Just before words form, there's a tiny intake of air, a slight shift in your chest. Cats have learned to recognize this. It's why they sometimes look at you a split second before you call their name. They've heard the breath that comes before the sound. Your furniture holds your shape. Every chair you sit in, every bed you sleep in, bears the impression of your body. Not just the visible indentation, but the scent, the warmth, the particular way the fabric has molded to you. When your cat curls up in your favorite chair while you're away, they're settling into your ghost, wrapping themselves in the echo of your presence. There's a tension you carry in your muscles that you've probably stopped noticing. But when you sleep, that tension releases and your cat can see it. The way your face softens, the way your hands uncurl. They watch this transformation every night, this gentle return to something more peaceful, like watching ice melt into water, solid becoming fluid. The air around you moves when you're near. Your body creates currents, tiny breezes formed by your warmth rising, cool air falling. Cats feel these air movements through their whiskers, through the sensitive fur on their face and body. You're surrounded by invisible weather, and they live in it, reading its patterns. When you're focused on something, reading, working, watching something, your energy contracts, becomes concentrated. Cats sense this shift. It's why they often choose these moments to approach you, to break your focus. They feel the intensity of your attention like a beam of light, and they step into it, redirecting it toward themselves. Your sleep carries a scent that's different from your waking scent. Something happens to your body chemistry when you rest, a subtle shift that creates a different perfume. Cats know this smell. It tells them you're vulnerable, relaxed, open. Some cats guard their humans during sleep, as if protecting this more delicate version of you. There's a vibration you create just by being alive. Your heart beating, blood moving through veins, lungs expanding and contracting. This creates tiny tremors that ripple through whatever surface you're touching. When a cat sits on your lap, they feel this vibration. They're resting on a gentle earthquake, feeling the proof of your aliveness humming against their body. Every person has a particular way of walking, a signature rhythm of footfalls. Cats learn this pattern so precisely that they can identify you by your walk alone, even from several rooms away, even when there are other people in the house. Your gait is as unique to them as your voice, as recognizable as your face. The quality of light changes when you enter a room, not just because you might turn on a lamp, but because your body reflects and absorbs light in a particular way. You change the brightness and shadow of a space simply by being in it. Cats, who see much better in low light than you do, notice these subtle shifts in illumination. When you're about to get sick, your body temperature fluctuates in ways you don't feel yet, but your cat notices. They might become more clingy, or conversely, give you more space. They're responding to a version of you that hasn't fully emerged yet, reading the prologue of an illness before the story begins. Your emotions create changes in the air around you. When you're happy, you move differently, you breathe differently, you even smell different. The space around you becomes lighter somehow, less dense. Cats walk into this lighter air and feel the difference. It's like stepping from shade into sunshine, the same place, but transformed. Time, for a cat, is marked by you, not by clocks or calendars, but by the patterns of your presence and absence, your sleeping and waking, your coming and going. You are their sun, rising and setting, creating days and nights in their small universe. They've built their sense of time around you, around the reliable rhythms of your existence. And in all of this, there's something beautiful. You move through your days thinking you're unobserved, ordinary, unremarkable. But to the cat in your home, you are a complex symphony of scents and sounds, heat and movement, a living landscape they've learned to read as carefully as you might read the sky for signs of weather. Breathe slowly. Let yourself rest in this knowing. The morning light touches your eyelids differently, depending on what you dreamed. Not the light itself, but how your eyes respond to it. The tiny movements beneath closed lids, the flutter of waking. Your cat has watched this thousands of times. They know the difference between a peaceful waking and a restless one, can read it in the way your breathing shifts from the deep rhythm of sleep to the shorter, quicker breath of consciousness returning. There's a particular sound your throat makes right before you cough, a small catching, a tension building. Cats hear this preparatory sound and sometimes move away before the cough arrives, not from fear, but from simple knowing, like how you might step back from a wave you see forming in the distance, reading the ocean before it reaches the shore. Your phone creates a field around it, electromagnetic radiation that's invisible to you, but present nonetheless. When you pick up your phone, hold it to your ear, scroll through it with focused attention. Your cat notices the change in the energy field around your head and hands. They can't see the screen, but they can feel the alteration in the space around you, as if your attention has been pulled into a small glowing box. The water you drink changes your scent slightly. Coffee creates one signature, tea another, plain water, something more neutral. When your cat comes close to your face after you've had your morning beverage, they're reading what you've consumed through the molecules on your breath, the faint residue around your lips. Your choices become part of your fragrance. There's a particular way you sigh when you're frustrated that's different from how you sigh when you're content. The depth of the breath, the speed of the exhale, the sound it makes leaving your body. Cats catalog these different sighs like you might catalog different types of rain. The light mist, the steady shower, the sudden downpour. Each one means something about the weather of your inner world. Your shadow moves before you do, not by much, just microseconds, but enough that a cat tracking your movement sees the shadow shift first, then you follow. They're watching the preview of your actions, reading your intentions in the dark shape that stretches across the floor. When you're cold, your body pulls blood away from your extremities to protect your core. Your fingers and toes become slightly cooler, and when you touch your cat, they feel this temperature difference. They know when you've been outside in winter, when you're chilled, when you need warmth. Your hands tell temperature stories. The fabric of your clothes holds your emotions. Stress causes you to sweat differently. Not the wet sweat of exercise, but the subtle dampness of anxiety. This changes how your clothes smell. When you come home from a difficult day and change into comfortable clothes, your cat can smell the difference between the stressed fabric and the clean cloth, between who you were in the world and who you're becoming at home. There's a frequency of silence that surrounds you when you're concentrating deeply. It's not just quiet, it's a particular quality of stillness, a held breath kind of peace. Cats recognize this silence and often choose to honor it, sitting nearby, but not interrupting, existing in the bubble of focus you've created. Your hair carries the scent of everywhere your head has been. If you've been in a car, outside in the wind, in a restaurant, in someone else's home, all of this clings to your hair in invisible layers. When your cat rubs against your head or sniffs your hair, they're reading your day like rings in a tree, each scent a different chapter. The pressure of your touch varies with your mood. When you're happy, your hands are lighter, more playful. When you're sad, there's a heavier quality to how you pet your cat, a need in your fingertips. When you're distracted, your touch becomes automatic, rhythmic, but absent. Cats feel all these different pressures, these moods translated into touch. Your eyes dilate and contract based on more than just light. Emotion affects your pupils too. Interest, fear, affection, all of these create tiny changes in the size of your pupils. While you're looking at your cat, they're watching your eyes, reading the expansion and contraction that betrays what you're feeling beneath what you're saying. There's a particular stillness you fall into right before you fall asleep, different from any other kind of rest. Your body begins to let go in stages. First your shoulders, then your jaw, then your hands. Cats watch this progression, this gentle surrender. They know when you've crossed the threshold from being awake to being asleep, can pinpoint the exact moment you slip away. The rhythm of your typing or writing creates a pattern, fast and staccato when you're excited or stressed, slower and more measured when you're thoughtful, hesitant and interrupted when you're uncertain. Your cat hears these different rhythms like music. like percussion that tells the story of your mental state. When you laugh, your whole body vibrates with it, not just your chest and throat, but your belly, your shoulders, even your feet. If your cat is touching you when you laugh, they feel this vibration ripple through your body like waves spreading across water. They feel your joy as a physical phenomenon. Your breathing becomes shallow when you're anxious, even if you don't notice it yourself. The space between breaths shortens, the depth decreases. Your cat lying nearby hears this change in the sound of air moving in and out of your lungs. They're listening to your worry before it becomes conscious thought. There's a warmth that radiates from your chest that's different from other parts of your body. Your core temperature, your heart, your lungs, they create a heat signature that your cat can feel when they lie against you. This central warmth draws them like small creatures seeking the sun. The texture of your skin changes throughout the day. Morning skin is different from evening skin, affected by sleep, by exposure to air and light, by stress and hydration. When your cat grooms you with their rough tongue or presses their nose to your arm, they're reading these changes, feeling the subtle shifts in your surface. Your equilibrium, your balance, shifts with your health and emotions. When you're unwell or upset, you move differently through space, less steady, more cautious. Cats notice this altered movement, the way you might notice a friend walking with a slight limp. Your instability becomes visible in how you navigate your own home. There's a particular sound your stomach makes when you're hungry that's different from other digestive sounds. A specific gurgle or growl. Cats hear this and sometimes respond to it, as if your hunger is a language they understand, a physical need they recognize because they feel it too. The air you exhale changes throughout the day. Morning breath is different from afternoon breath, different from evening breath. Each carries its own chemistry, affected by what you've eaten, how hydrated you are, your stress levels, your health. Your cat smells all these variations, reading your breath like a barometer. When you're about to cry, your breathing hitches in a particular way before the tears come. There's a catching in your throat, a shift in your chest. Cats hear this preparatory sound and often respond to it, coming closer or giving space, depending on what they've learned you need. They're hearing your sadness before it becomes visible. Your posture tells stories. Shoulders up means tension. Shoulders down means release. Head forward means focus or strain. Head back means ease. The curve of your spine changes with your emotional state. Cats read your body's architecture, understanding your internal landscape through your external form. There's a particular stillness that comes over you when you're listening to something that moves you. Music, a voice, a sound from nature. Your breathing slows, your body becomes quiet in a specific way, different from sleep, different from concentration. This is the stillness of being touched by beauty, and cats recognize it. The speed at which you blink changes with your emotional state. Slow, relaxed blinking when you're calm. Faster, more frequent blinking when you're stressed or thinking hard. Cats have their own slow blink language of affection, and they notice the tempo of your blinking too, reading your state in the flutter of your eyelids. Your home carries layers of your presence. The rooms you frequent most have more of your scent, more of your energy. The spaces you avoid or visit rarely hold less of you. Cats Map this geography of your presence, knowing where you exist most strongly in your own space, where your essence is concentrated and where it fades. Breathe, rest. Let yourself be known in all these small ways. The morning air you disturb when you first stand up creates tiny currents that ripple outward. Your cat, still curled in their sleeping spot, feels these currents brush against their whiskers like the gentlest touch. They know you're awake before you speak, before you make any intentional sound, just from the way you've changed the stillness of the room. There's a hesitation in your hand when you're about to pet them, but thinking about something else. Your fingers hover for just a fraction longer, your touch arrives delayed. Cats feel this distraction, this split attention. They know when you're truly present with them and when part of you is somewhere else. Your body here, but your mind wandering. Your jewelry carries your warmth long after you've removed it. A ring, a watch, a necklace. Each piece holds your heat like a small memory. When your cat sniffs these objects on your dresser, they're smelling not just metal or stone, but you, the warmth of your body transferred and lingering. The way you say their name changes subtly depending on what you want. There's a calling tone, a greeting tone, a warning tone, an affectionate tone. Each one carries a different melody, a different emotional color. Your cat has learned all these variations, knows what each one means before you finish speaking. When you're on a phone call, your attention splits in a way that's visible to your cat. Your eyes focus on nothing in particular, or on something they can't see. Your voice takes on a projected quality aimed at someone who isn't there. The room holds you, but also doesn't hold you, and cats notice this peculiar half-presence. Your clothes make different sounds depending on your movement and mood. The swish of fabric when you're moving quickly, purposefully. The softer rustle when you're moving slowly, at ease. The particular sound of pajamas versus work clothes, each with its own texture and whisper. Cats hear these fabric stories, knowing what your clothes say about where you're going or how you're feeling. There's a weight to your footsteps that varies with your energy. Heavy, tired steps at the end of a long day. Light, quick steps when you're energized or running late. Slow, dragging steps when you're unwell. Your cat hears not just the sound, but the pressure, the way your weight meets the floor, and knows what it means. The temperature of the room changes when you've been in it for a while. Your body heat radiates outward, warming the air around you in a bubble of increased temperature. When you leave, this warmth gradually dissipates, and the space grows cooler. Cats feel this rise and fall of temperature, this residual heat that marks where you were. Your hands smell different after you've washed them. Not just clean, but temporarily stripped of your natural scent, replaced with soap or sanitizer. This absence of your familiar smell is noticeable. Within minutes, your scent begins to return, seeping back through your skin, and your cat knows this too. The cycle of you disappearing and reappearing in your own hands. There's a particular energy that builds in you before you exercise or engage in physical activity. A gathering of intention, a coiling of readiness in your muscles. Even if you're just planning to go for a walk, your body prepares in subtle ways. Breathing deepens slightly, posture shifts. Cats sense this pre-movement energy, this building toward action. The texture of your attention is something cats understand deeply. soft, diffused attention when you're relaxed and open. Sharp, focused attention when you're working or worried. Scattered, fragmented attention when you're overwhelmed. They can feel which kind of attention is flowing from you at any moment, like feeling whether the wind is gentle or strong. Your laugh has different depths. A surface laugh that's polite or automatic, engaging mostly your throat. A deeper laugh that comes from your belly, shaking your whole body. The deepest laugh that makes your eyes water and takes your breath away. Cats hear and feel all these different levels, know which ones are genuine and which are performance. When you're reading or looking at a screen, your face becomes very still, but your eyes move constantly. This combination, frozen features with active eyes, creates a particular appearance that cats recognize. They know this is you being absorbed by something they can't see, engaged with a world that exists beyond the visible room. The pills or vitamins you take change your scent subtly over the hours after you've swallowed them. Medications alter your chemistry in ways you can't smell yourself, but your cat notices. They're detecting the metabolization of substances through your skin, your breath, the changes in your personal ecosystem, your keys, your bag, your shoes. These objects you handle regularly become extensions of your scent. They carry you even when you're not touching them. When your cat investigates these items, they're not just curious about the objects themselves, but about the you that clings to them, the essence you've left behind. There's a particular quality to the silence after you've been crying, different from regular silence. The air feels clearer somehow, emptied of something that was weighing it down. Your breathing is slower, deeper, like after a storm has passed. Cats recognize this particular peace, this cleaned-out quiet that follows the release of tears. The way you arrange yourself for sleep follows a pattern. The order in which you settle your pillow, adjust your blankets, position your body. This ritual is so consistent that when you deviate from it, maybe you're too tired or not feeling well, your cat notices the disruption in your routine, the missing steps in your nightly dance. Your immune system creates subtle changes in your body odor when it's fighting off illness. Before you have symptoms, before you feel sick, your scent shifts slightly as your body mobilizes its defenses. Some cats respond to this pre-illness scent change, becoming more attentive or clingy, as if trying to help fight off whatever's coming. The sun moves across your skin during the day when you're sitting in certain spots. Your face turns toward light instinctively, seeking warmth or illumination. Cats watch this unconscious orientation toward brightness, this plant-like quality you have of growing toward the sun without thinking about it. Your voice in the morning is different from your voice in the evening. Morning voice is often deeper, rougher from sleep. Evening voice can be tired or, conversely, more relaxed and open. Throughout the day, your voice changes texture and tone. Cats hear all these variations, these vocal shifts that mark the passage of time through your throat. When you're about to sneeze, your whole body prepares. There's a moment of gathering, of breath being drawn in and held. Your face changes, your shoulders rise. Then the explosive release. Cats often startle at sneezes, not because they're unexpected, but because they feel the buildup of tension and then the sudden discharge, like watching a wave gather and crash. The spaces between your fingers create small channels of scent and warmth. When your cat weaves their head between your fingers, they're not just seeking affection, they're reading the concentrated essence of you that collects in these small spaces like water pooling in the hollows of stones. Your electronics emit sounds beyond the range of your hearing. Chargers humming, screens buzzing, devices communicating with each other in frequencies you can't detect. Cats hear this technological symphony that surrounds you, this invisible layer of sound that fills your home with electronic whispers. There's a particular way you touch things when you're looking for something lost. Your hands move with a searching quality, fingers spread wider, touch more tentative and questioning. This searching touch is different from your usual confident handling of objects. Cats watch this altered way of touching, recognizing your state of looking without finding. The rhythm of your household has a heartbeat, a pattern of noise and quiet, activity and rest that repeats daily. Cats learn this rhythm so thoroughly that they can predict what comes next. They know that silence at a certain hour means you're working, that sounds in the kitchen at another hour mean food is being prepared. They live inside your rhythm like living inside a song. Let your breathing slow. Let yourself be seen. The chair you sit in most often holds your shape, even when you're not in it. The cushion bears a slight depression. The armrests carry the oil from your skin. The back holds the curve of your spine. When your cat curls up in this chair during your absence, they're settling into a mold of you, resting in the negative space your body has created. There's a particular frequency to your frustration when something isn't working, a door that sticks, a lid that won't open, a device that won't respond. Your movements become sharper, quicker, more forceful. Your breathing changes, becomes more audible. Cats hear and see this shift from fluid movement to angular struggle, from ease to effort. Your hair grows in a direction, falls in a pattern. Each person's hair has its own flow, its own tendency. When your cat grooms your hair or rubs against it, they're feeling this directional growth, the way each strand lies in relation to the others. They know the map of your hair, the landscape of your head. The taste of your skin changes with what you've eaten, what you've touched, where you've been. Salt from sweat, sweetness from lotions, the neutral taste of fresh skin after a shower. When cats lick your hand or arm, they're tasting your day, reading your activities through the flavor you carry. There's a sound your stomach makes when you're digesting, a gentle gurgling that happens without your awareness. When your cat lies against your belly, they hear this internal orchestra, the movement of food through your system, the churning and processing, the soft sounds of your body working. They're listening to your interior life. Your breath visible in cold air creates small clouds that dissipate into nothing. Cats watch these breath clouds form and fade, seeing your life force made temporarily visible, your warmth meeting the cold and creating brief mist. Each exhale is a small, disappearing act. The way you hold a book or a cup reveals your state of mind. Relaxed hands cradle gently. Tense hands grip firmly. Tired hands hold loosely, sometimes letting things slip. Cats observe these different holdings, reading your inner state through how you grasp the objects around you. Your shadow at different times of day has different lengths and shapes. Morning shadow stretching long behind you. Noon shadow barely visible beneath your feet. Evening shadow reaching forward into the dimming light. Cats watch your shadow change throughout the day, this dark companion that grows and shrinks with the sun's journey. There's a particular stillness that settles over you when you're watching something sad or touching, a movie, a video, a memory playing in your mind. Your face becomes softer, more open. Your breathing deepens. Sometimes you become so still you seem to stop existing for a moment. Cats notice this particular quality of emotional stillness. The fabric of your life has a texture. The sheets on your bed, the towels you use, the clothes you favor. Each texture carries associations, memories, comfort, or discomfort. When your cat kneads on these fabrics, they're interacting with the material landscape of your daily existence, touching what touches you. Your morning routine creates a sequence of sounds so consistent it becomes a song. Water running, coffee maker gurgling, footsteps in a particular order, doors opening and closing. This morning, music is so regular that when one note is missing or out of order, the absence is noticeable, like a skipped beat in a familiar rhythm. The way you breathe when you're sleeping deeply is different from any waking breath. Slower, more regular, with occasional deep sighs. Your chest rises and falls in a hypnotic rhythm. Cats sometimes synchronize their breathing with yours when they sleep nearby, two beings breathing in quiet harmony. Your hands, after you've been working, carry the scent of your labor. If you've been gardening, they smell of earth and green things. If you've been cooking, they carry the ghost of ingredients. If you've been cleaning, they smell of chemicals and effort. Your hands are storytellers, covered in the evidence of what you've been doing. There's a particular way you move through your home in darkness. More careful, hands extended slightly, steps more deliberate. You navigate familiar space made strange by the absence of light. Cats watch you move through this darkness that doesn't hinder them, seeing you feel your way through what they can see clearly. The sound of your car, your bike, your mode of transportation has a unique signature. The particular rumble of your engine, the specific squeak of your bicycle chain, the distinctive sound of your footsteps approaching. Cats learn this signature and can identify your arrival before they see you, recognizing you by the sound of your approach. Your phone has a smell from constant contact with your hands, your face, your pocket. It's saturated with you, this device you touch more than almost anything else. When your cat sniffs your phone, they're smelling the concentration of your presence, the accumulation of countless touches. There's a weight to your presence that changes with your mood. When you're happy, you seem lighter, take up space differently. When you're sad or stressed, you seem heavier, more dense. This isn't about your physical weight, but about the energy you carry, the emotional gravity you bring into a room. The way you close doors varies with your emotional state. Soft, careful closing when you're calm or trying to be quiet. Firm closing when you're confident or hurried. Hard closing, almost slamming, when you're upset. Cats hear all these different door closings, these punctuation marks in your movement through space. Your sleep has sounds beyond breathing. The rustle of sheets when you shift position, the small sounds your throat makes, the occasional word or murmur from dreams. Cats lying nearby hear this sleep symphony, these unconscious sounds you make while your conscious mind is somewhere else. The windows you look out of most often carry the oil from your forehead, your breath misting the glass. These are the views that matter to you, the outside world you watch most frequently. Cats notice which windows draw your gaze, which parts of the world beyond your home capture your attention. Your tension collects in certain places, your shoulders, your jaw, your hands. Throughout the day, these places tighten and release, tighten and release. Cats can see this when they look at you, the way certain parts of you carry more strain, hold more stress, bear more of the weight of your day. There's a particular expression your face takes when you're thinking about someone you love who isn't present. A softening, a slight smile, or a sadness, a looking into distance quality. Your face becomes a window to your heart, and cats sometimes stare at you during these moments, watching this tender transformation. The air after you've walked through a room carries your passage. A subtle disturbance, molecules rearranged by your movement. This wake of disturbed air settles slowly, and cats can sense it, can feel where you've been even after you've left, like feeling ripples on water after a stone is sunk. Your voice when you talk to yourself is different from your voice when you talk to others. More honest, sometimes more critical, sometimes gentler. This private voice reveals something about your internal dialogue. Cats hear this voice, this conversation you have with yourself, when you think no one's listening. The rhythm of your typing or scrolling creates patterns, bursts of activity followed by pauses, quick, decisive movements, or slow, searching ones. This digital body language is as readable as your physical body language. Cats lying nearby feel the rhythm of your interaction with technology, the pace of your electronic life. Rest now. Let yourself simply be observed, simply be known. The morning light finds you differently each day. Sometimes it touches your face while you're still sleeping. Sometimes you're already awake, waiting for it. The angle changes with the seasons. The intensity varies with the weather. Your cat watches how you and the light meet each morning, this daily reunion of you and brightness. There's a particular way you hold your body when you're listening to music that moves you, not dancing, but a subtle swaying, a slight movement in your shoulders or head. Your body wants to participate without fully committing to motion. Cats see this contained desire to move, this rhythm trying to express itself through stillness. Your clothing choices tell stories. Comfortable clothes mean a relaxed day ahead. Formal clothes mean somewhere important to be. The same outfit several days in a row might mean you're too busy or too tired to care. Cats notice these fabric decisions, these external signals of your internal state and external obligations. The way you arrange pillows and blankets creates a nest, a small architecture of comfort that's uniquely yours. The number of pillows, their placement, the way you fold or drape blankets. This arrangement is as personal as a signature. When your cat disrupts this arrangement, they're navigating through your constructed comfort, walking through your design for rest. Your voice carries different emotions that aren't about the words you're saying. The same sentence can sound patient or impatient, kind or irritated, engaged or distracted. Cats listen past your words to the emotional current underneath, hearing what you're feeling more than what you're saying. There's a particular scent your body releases when you're deeply relaxed, different from the scent of stress or neutral presence. It's subtle, a gentle chemical signal that says you've let go of tension, that Your nervous system has downshifted into ease. Cats recognize this scent of surrender, this fragrance of peace. The speed at which you eat changes with various factors. Hurried eating when you're rushed or very hungry. Slow, savoring eating when you're relaxed, or the food is particularly good. Mechanical, automatic eating when you're distracted or not really tasting. Cats watch these different eating rhythms, these varied relationships you have with nourishment. Your hands in winter are drier, rougher. In summer, they might be slightly swollen from heat. Throughout the year, the texture of your skin changes with weather, with age, with care or neglect. When your cat rubs against your hand, they feel these seasonal and temporal changes, the shifting texture of you over time. There's a sound to your waking that's different from your sleeping. The shift in breathing, the small sound of consciousness returning, the particular way you move from stillness to motion. This transition from sleep to wake has its own sound signature, subtle but distinct to a listening cat. The books or objects you keep near your bed reveal what you reach for at the end of the day. Reading material, water, medication, a journal. These bedside companions say something about your needs and habits. Cats investigate these objects, sniffing them, sometimes knocking them over, interacting with the things that keep you company in your most private hours. Your laughter ripples through your body in waves. It starts somewhere, your chest, your belly, and spreads outward, shaking your shoulders, making your head tilt back, causing your hands to clap or clutch your sides. Cats watch this physical expression of joy, this whole body surrender to amusement. The way you stand when you're waiting has a quality of patience or impatience. Weight shifting from foot to foot signals restlessness. Stillness suggests calm acceptance. Checking your phone reveals anxiety about time passing. Your waiting posture is a readable text about your relationship with time and tolerance. Your skin after a shower is temporarily scent neutral, scrubbed clean of your natural oils and the day's accumulations. For a brief window, you smell mostly like water and soap. Then gradually, over the next hour, your own scent returns, seeping back through your skin, reclaiming you. There's a particular face you make when you taste something you don't like, a micro-expression of disgust or displeasure, so quick you might not notice it yourself. But it's there, a brief window into your sensory experience. Cats, watching you eat or drink, sometimes see these unguarded moments of reaction. The doors you close and the doors you leave open create a map of your privacy needs and your openness. Some rooms you always seal off. Others remain accessible. This pattern of opened and closed doors reveals your boundaries, your need for separation or connection with different spaces in your home. Your breathing sounds different when you're anxious versus when you're calm. Anxiety breath is shallower, faster, sometimes with small hitches or sighs. Calm breath is deeper, more regular, almost silent. Cats lying near you hear these different breathing patterns, these respiratory moods. The pressure of your fingers when you pet your cat varies with your attentiveness. Light, distracted touches when your mind is elsewhere. Firm, rhythmic touches when you're present and intentional. Gentle, slow touches when you're trying to comfort yourself as much as comfort them. Each touch carries its own message. Your electronics create a glow that illuminates your face in darkness. Phone light, computer light, television light. Each one creates a different quality of illumination, casts different shadows. Cats see you in these artificial lights, your face glowing in the dark like a modern campfire effect. The way you respond to pain has its own signature. A sharp intake of breath, a frozen moment, a particular facial expression. Even small pains, a stubbed toe, a paper cut, create recognizable responses. Cats notice these pain reactions, these moments when your body signals something's wrong. Your mornings carry the residue of your night. If you slept poorly, it shows in how you move, how you sound, how you smell. If you slept well, there's an ease to you, a restored quality. Cats can tell what kind of night you had by observing your first hour of waking. The plants in your home respond to your care or neglect, and cats notice this too. Thriving plants suggest attention and consistency. Struggling plants might indicate busyness or forgetfulness. The green life you tend or fail to tend creates another layer of information about your patterns and priorities. Your favorite mug or cup becomes an extension of you through repeated use. The handle shaped to your grip, the rim touched by your lips thousands of times. It carries your scent, your warmth, your preference. When your cat sniffs this favored vessel, they're encountering the object most intimately connected to your daily ritual. There's a particular quality to your stillness when you're in pain versus when you're at peace. Pain stillness is held, braced, tense. Peace stillness is released, open, soft. Though both involve not moving, they're completely different kinds of quiet. Cats can distinguish between these different stillnesses, reading the quality of your immobility. Your closet holds the scent of you concentrated in fabric. Each piece of clothing saturated with your essence. It's like a library of you, organized by purpose and season. When your cat ventures into your closet, they're entering a chamber of your concentrated presence, surrounded by cloth that knows your shape. The sound of your car door closing, your key in the lock, your first step inside. These sounds announce your homecoming. Cats learn this sequence so well that they respond before you fully enter, before they see you. The sound of your arrival is enough. They know you're home before you're truly home. Let the weight of being known settle gently around you. The mirror you use each morning has seen your face more than any other object. It's witnessed your first morning expression, the gradual waking of your features, the small ritual of meeting your own eyes. When your cat watches you look at yourself, they're observing a curious thing. You studying you, engaging with your reflection in a way they don't quite understand, but recognize as important. There's a particular quality to your movement when you're in pain, but trying to hide it. A carefulness, a stiffness you attempt to mask with normal gestures. You move through your regular activities, but with an almost imperceptible guardedness. Cats see through this performance, noticing the subtle alterations in your usual flow. Your workspace, wherever it is, holds a concentration of your focused energy. The desk where you work, the chair where you sit, the items you keep within reach. All of these become charged with the particular intensity you bring to tasks. Cats entering this space feel the residue of your concentration, like walking through a room where someone has been thinking hard. The way you greet people who call your name reveals your relationship with them. The warmth or coolness in your voice, the speed of your response, the energy you bring to that first moment of acknowledgement. Cats hear these different greeting tones, these vocal signatures of your various relationships. Your body temperature fluctuates throughout the day in small, predictable patterns. Cooler in the morning, warming through the day, slight fever in the evening. These subtle temperature shifts are imperceptible to you, but noticeable to a cat pressed against your skin, their body a sensitive thermometer reading your thermal rhythms. There's a sound your house makes that's different when you're in it versus when you're gone. Not just the obvious sounds of your movement, but the way your presence changes the acoustics of the space. You absorb and create sound in ways that alter the room's voice. Cats hear this difference, know when the house sounds like an empty house versus a house holding you. The photographs you keep visible on walls, on your phone's lock screen, in frames on surfaces, reveal who and what matters to you. These captured moments are windows into your heart. When your cat walks past these images, they're passing by the faces and places you've chosen to keep looking at, the frozen time you refuse to let go. Your medication bottles, vitamin containers, the supplements you take. These small vessels hold your health concerns and hopes. Their presence on your counter or bedside table speaks to what you're trying to maintain or improve. Cats investigate these containers, sniffing the plastic and metal that holds your wellness intentions. The way you respond to weather reveals something about your nature. Some people open windows at the first hint of rain, breathing in the storm. Others seal everything tight, keeping the weather out. Some seek sun, others seek shade. Cats watch how you interact with weather, what draws you and what sends you seeking shelter. Your hands, when you're nervous, fidget in particular ways. You might touch your face, twist your fingers, tap surfaces, play with objects. These unconscious movements betray your internal state. Cats watch these restless hands, seeing the anxiety that your mind might be trying to hide. There's a particular expression that crosses your face when you remember something important you forgot. A sudden alertness, often followed by movement toward whatever you need to do or get. This memory-struck face is distinct, recognizable. Cats see the moment realization hits you. Watch thought become immediate action. Your garbage carries the story of your recent life, what you've eaten, what you've used, what you've discarded. This isn't pleasant to think about, but it's true. The things you throw away create a narrative. When cats investigate trash, they're reading this story, this record of your consumption and disposal. The sound of your sleep shifts through the night. Early sleep is deep and quiet. Middle night might bring sounds of dreams, shifting, resettling. Early morning sleep is lighter, more easily disturbed. Cats awake through these night hours hear you travel through sleep's landscape, witness your journey through darkness toward dawn. Your shower creates a particular humidity that spreads through your home. The scent of your soaps and shampoos riding on steam, the sound of water, the rise in temperature. This daily ritual of cleaning creates an atmosphere, and cats notice when the shower atmosphere appears, signaling a particular point in your routine. The way you hold your phone reveals your relationship with it. Casually, barely aware, intensely, absorbing information, anxiously, waiting for a message, reluctantly, responding to an unwanted demand. Your grip, your gaze, your body language around this device tells the story of your digital life. Your plants, if you have them, respond to your voice. Not in ways you can see immediately, but studies suggest they do. When you talk near them, to them, they're somehow aware. Cats watch you speak to green things that don't speak back. Witness this one-sided conversation you maintain with silent, growing life. The trash truck, the mail carrier, the delivery person. These regular visitors to your street create a schedule. Cats learn this schedule not because they care about garbage or mail, but because these arrivals often provoke a response in you. A glance at the clock, a movement toward the door. Your patterns interlock with these service patterns. Your reflection in windows at night shows you something of how you look to others. A figure in a lit room, moving through domestic space. When your cat looks at you in these reflective surfaces, they see you and your mirror self simultaneously, a doubling that must seem strange to their different eyes. The first thing you do when you wake varies by day, but follows patterns. Some mornings you reach for your phone. Some mornings you lie still, thinking. Some mornings you rise immediately. These different wakings suggest different internal states, different ways of entering the day. Cats observe which kind of waking it is, adjusting their approach accordingly. Your favorite season shows in how you respond to its arrival. An eagerness for winter's first cold, a relief when spring finally comes, a joy at summer heat, a contentment with autumn's cooling. Whatever season calls to you, your body and behavior change when it arrives. Cats notice this seasonal you, this version of you that emerges with a particular weather. The books you've read multiple times sit on your shelves like old friends. They're more worn than others, the spines creased from repeated openings. These revisited stories reveal something about what comforts you, what you return to. When cats walk along your bookshelves, their tails brushing spines, they're moving through your library of beloved returns. Your keys on surfaces create small moments of percussion throughout your day, the sound of them being set down, picked up, dropped, found. This metallic music marks transitions, coming home, leaving, searching, securing. Cats learn the sound of your keys, the jingle that often precedes change. The way you organize or fail to organize creates the landscape of your home. Neat stacks or casual piles, everything in its place or comfortable chaos. This external organization or disorder might reflect internal states, or might be purely practical. Either way, cats navigate your organizational system, learning where you keep things, where things migrate, where you're likely to look. Your window of tolerance for noise changes with your state. When you're relaxed, sounds don't bother you. When you're stressed or tired, even small noises can feel overwhelming. Cats sometimes make noise, knocking things over, meowing, and your response tells them where your tolerance is at that moment. Breathe into the knowledge that you're seen, always seen. The weight of your gaze has a quality cats can feel. When you're truly looking at them versus when your eyes pass over them unseeing. When you're studying them with affection versus when you're checking on them with concern. Your looking has texture, and they feel the difference between your various kinds of attention. There's a particular way you touch door frames and walls as you move through your home. A steadying hand, a casual brush, a palm pressed flat for a moment. These small contacts you make with the structure of your home create a trail of touch, invisible but present. Cats sometimes follow these paths, walking where your hands have been. Your dreams sometimes make you talk or move, words that make no sense, gestures that reach for things that aren't there. Your body acting out internal dramas while your conscious mind is elsewhere. Cats watching you dream see you become someone slightly different, someone freed from waking logic and control. The mail you receive creates small moments of interest or dread. Some envelopes make you smile, others make you sigh. The sound of mail being sorted, opened, read, discarded. This is another rhythm in your day. Cats hear the paper sounds, see your responses to what arrives through your door. Your coffee or tea in the morning creates a ritual so consistent it's almost ceremonial. The same mug, the same preparation, often the same time and place. This beverage ritual is often your first intentional act of the day, the first thing you do for yourself. Cats observe this small daily ceremony, this act of self-care disguised as routine. There's a particular way you stand when you're waiting for water to boil or food to cook. A patient or impatient stance, watching or walking away and returning. Your body language around waiting reveals your relationship with time, with patience, with the small delays that punctuate your day. Your computer or device has a particular glow when it's on, and that glow often illuminates your face in specific ways. This electronic light makes you look different than natural light does. More blue, more artificial. Cats see you in this digital glow, your face lit by the screen's cold brightness. The way you rearrange furniture or objects periodically shows a need for change within constancy. Moving a chair, rotating decorations, reorganizing a shelf. These small changes within your stable environment suggest a desire for novelty within the familiar. Cats notice when their known landscape shifts, when the geography of home is redrawn. Your responses to cat behaviors vary with your mood and energy. Sometimes a knocked-over glass is met with frustration, other times with mild amusement. The same action from them receives different reactions from you, and they learn to read which version of you they're dealing with before deciding whether to knock over the glass. There's a sound your refrigerator makes when you open it, and cats learn to associate this sound with food possibility, not because food will necessarily come to them, but because the refrigerator sound often precedes your eating, which sometimes includes sharing. This mechanical hum becomes linked with nourishment in their minds. Your photographs on your phone or computer accumulate over time, creating a visual diary of what you find worth capturing. Cats don't understand photography, but they notice when you point your phone at them, when you try to capture them in this mysterious way. They're aware of being seen through this device, being trapped in this two-dimensional format. The way you respond to unexpected sounds, a loud noise, a knock at the door, a phone ringing, shows your baseline state of anxiety or calm. Some people startle easily, others barely react. Your nervous system's sensitivity is visible in these responses to sudden sound. Your trash day routine creates a weekly rhythm, gathering garbage, taking it out, bringing bins back. This weekly task is so regular that cats learn the day and the sequence. Know when trash day is approaching by your preparatory movements. The seasonal decorations you put up or don't put up speak to your relationship with tradition and celebration. Some homes transform with every holiday. Others remain constant year-round. Cats navigate these seasonal changes or seasonal constancies, adapting to temporary trees or wreaths or lights that appear and disappear. Your response to your cat's attempts to communicate varies with your interpretation of their needs. Sometimes you respond to meowing with food, sometimes with attention, sometimes with opening a door. They learn which sounds get which responses, adjusting their communication based on your established patterns. There's a particular way you move when you're trying not to wake someone. Slower, more careful, almost floating through space. This careful movement is visible to cats. This attempt to move without disturbing. They see you trying to be silent, trying to leave no wake in the air. The plants dying or thriving in your space create a backdrop of slow change. Cats watch leaves yellow and fall, watch new growth emerge, witness the slow motion story of your relationship with green things, your ability or inability to nurture life that can't tell you what it needs. Your mail slot or box receives things that change your day, bills that make you worry, letters that make you smile, packages that excite you. This portal to the outside world brings daily surprises, and cats sometimes sit near where mail arrives, sensing your interest in this delivery point. The way you clean or don't clean creates the baseline state of your environment. Frequent cleaning means disruption and change, but also freshness. Less frequent cleaning means stability, but gradual accumulation. Cats adjust to your cleaning rhythm, knowing when the vacuum will emerge, when their peaceful space will be temporarily invaded. Your medicine cabinet holds small secrets. What you take for pain, what helps you sleep, what you use for beauty or health. These bottles and containers are a pharmacy of your needs and vanities. Cats sometimes investigate this cabinet, sniffing at the chemical promises contained in plastic. The sound of your alarm in the morning creates an association with your waking. Even if the cat is already awake, the alarm signals that you will soon be too. This sound is the herald of your return to consciousness, the mechanical rooster that calls you back today. Your favorite sitting spot on the couch or chair has worn differently than other spots. The cushion compressed differently, the fabric slightly more faded from body heat and sunlight. This worn place is where you settle most often, where your body has slowly claimed territory through repeated presence. The way you interact with technology reveals your comfort or discomfort with it. Fluid, easy use versus frustrated struggling. Your relationship with devices is visible in your gestures, your sighs, your successes and difficulties. Cats watch you navigate this technological landscape, see you master or wrestle with your electronic tools. Your breathing when you exercise or exert yourself becomes louder, faster, more pronounced. Cats hear this labored breath, the sound of effort and elevated heart rate. They know the difference between your resting breath and your working breath, between ease and exertion. Rest here. Let yourself be known without needing to perform. The windows in your home frame different views throughout the day as light shifts and shadows move. Cats watch you choose which windows to look through at which times. Notice which views draw your gaze. Your window preferences map your interests. The street for watching people, the backyard for watching birds, the sky for watching weather. There's a particular way you hold yourself when talking on the phone that's different from face-to-face conversation. Your posture changes. Your expressions become more pronounced or more subtle, depending on whether the call is video or voice. Cats observe this phone version of you, this person who performs conversation with someone they can't see. Your laundry holds the accumulation of your days. Clothes carrying the scent of where you've been, what you've done, who you've been near. When cats lie on your worn clothes, they're resting on a collection of your recent history, wrapped in the fabric record of your life outside home. The speed at which you age is mostly invisible day to day, but over months and years, subtle changes occur. Your hair might gray slightly, your face gain new lines, your movements slow imperceptibly. Cats aging alongside you might not consciously note these changes, but they're living with you through your transformation, witnessing your journey through time. Your response to good news versus bad news is visible in your whole body. Good news lifts you, literally. Your posture straightens, your face opens. Bad news weighs you down. Shoulders drop, face closes. These physical responses to information are like weather systems moving through your body. There's a particular quality to your presence when you're sick that's different from when you're healthy. Not just that you move less or sleep more, but that you seem dimmer somehow, your energy dampened. Cats notice this diminishment, this temporary reduction of your usual vitality. The surfaces you touch most frequently develop a sheen from the oil of your skin. Door handles, light switches, your computer mouse, phone screen. These touched places carry your fingerprints, your essence literally transferred through contact. Cats sniffing these surfaces are encountering concentrated you. Your car, when you return home, is warm from the journey, carrying scents from wherever you've been. When cats investigate your warm car, they're reading the olfactory story of your travel, smelling places they've never been, encountering the world beyond their territory through you. The way you respond to seasons changing shows your adaptability or resistance to transition. Some people embrace each seasonal shift. Others mourn the loss of their preferred season. Your seasonal disposition affects your home. Windows open or closed, temperature adjusted, clothing changed. Cats feel these seasonal adjustments you make. Your passwords, though invisible to cats, create moments of frustration or relief. The typing rhythm changes when you're entering passwords versus writing freely. Your focus intensifies, your face set in concentration. These moments of authentication are small rituals of access, gates you pass through to reach digital spaces. There's a sound your stomach makes when you're very hungry that's different from normal digestive sounds. A hollow, urgent gurgling. Cats hear this belly speak, this physical voice of hunger that sounds before you've fully acknowledged your need for food. The way you organize time, with calendars, lists, reminders, or by memory and instinct, creates structure or chaos in your days. Cats don't understand your time management, but they feel its effects. Rushed mornings suggest poor planning or overscheduling. Relaxed mornings suggest time managed differently. Your responses to weather extremes reveal your comfort zones. How you handle intense heat or bitter cold, whether you thrive in rain or wilt in it. Your relationship with weather extremes affects your mood and behavior, and cats living with you feel the ripple effects of weather through your changing temperament. The mirrors in your home show you different versions of yourself. Bathroom mirror for morning assessment, full-length mirror for outfit checking, casual glances in reflective surfaces throughout the day. Cats sometimes catch sight of themselves in these mirrors, but mostly They see you checking, adjusting, examining yourself. Your voicemail greeting, if you have one, is a preserved sample of your voice, frozen in time. The you, from whenever you recorded it, speaking to unknown future callers. This recorded voice might sound different from your current voice, slightly younger or using different inflections. There's a particular way you sigh when relieved versus when disappointed. Relief sighs are longer, deeper, often accompanied by physical release. Disappointment sighs are shorter, heavier, often followed by tension. Cats hear these different sighs, these breath-based expressions of your emotional releases. The photographs you don't display but keep hidden say as much as the ones you show. Pictures from past relationships, unflattering photos, images from times you'd rather forget. These hidden visuals are ghosts in your photo collection, present but unseen. Cats walking past stored boxes have no idea they're passing archived memories. Your keys carry your access to places cats will never see. Work, gym, storage units, other people's homes. These metal pieces are passports to your whole life outside your home. When cats sniff your keys, they're encountering the smell of locks and places beyond their knowledge. The way you respond to being startled, whether you laugh it off or become upset, reveals your baseline stress and sense of safety. Some people startle easily, nervous system primed for threat. Others are harder to surprise, moving through the world with more ease. Your startle response is a window into your felt sense of security. Your evening wind-down ritual, if you have one, signals the day's end. Dimming lights, changing into pajamas, final bathroom routines, last checks of doors and windows. Cats learn this sequence. Know when you're beginning the ceremony of settling toward sleep. The temperature you keep your home reveals your personal comfort zone. Some people live in warmth, thermostats set high. Others prefer coolness. This baseline temperature you choose affects everyone in the space. Cats find their warm spots or cool spots accordingly, adapting to your temperature preference. Your closet light left on or off, doors open or closed, drawers neat or messy. These small organizational details create the texture of your private spaces. Cats exploring these areas are entering your personal organization system, moving through the architecture of how you store and keep yourself. The way you respond to interruptions shows your flexibility or rigidity. Some people flow easily with disruptions. Others become frustrated when their plans are derailed. Your interruption response affects how cats time their requests, whether they feel they can demand attention anytime or must wait for openings. Your car's interior holds a concentrated version of your life. Receipts, water bottles, maybe clothes or shoes, the detritus of your movement through the world. This mobile space is another room of your life. One cats rarely enter, but which carries your scent strongly when you return. Breathe deeply. Let yourself rest in being witnessed. The sound of your footsteps on different surfaces creates a varied percussion throughout your day. Soft on carpet, sharp on wood, hollow on tile. Your movement through your home is a walking rhythm section, and cats learn to identify you by the pattern of your steps on different floors, knowing who's approaching and how quickly. There's a particular way your face looks when you're thinking hard about something, working through a problem in your mind. Your eyes might unfocus, looking at something internal rather than external. Your face becomes a mask of concentration, a visible sign of invisible work. Cats sometimes stare at this thinking face, watching you be present, but also deeply elsewhere. Your hair holds scent longer than most parts of your body. Products you use, environments you've been in, even smoke or food smells cling to your hair. When your cat rubs against your head or sniffs your hair, they're reading a scent diary that goes back hours, sometimes days if you haven't washed it. The way you answer the door reveals your relationship with unexpected visitors. Some people welcome interruption. Others approach the door with wariness. Your body language approaching a knock or doorbell tells the story of whether you find visitors delightful or intrusive. Your phone's light in darkness creates a little pocket of illumination around you. In a dark room, this glowing rectangle lights your face from below, creates strange shadows, makes you look different. Cats see you in this phone light, this modern version of firelight, your face focused on the small, bright screen. There's a sound your clothing makes that's specific to you. The swish of your pants, the rustle of your sleeves, the jingle of buttons or zippers. Every person's clothing makes slightly different sounds based on fabric choice and movement style. Cats learn your clothing sounds, can identify you by the particular rustle you create. Your response to things breaking or not working shows your patience and resourcefulness. Some people become immediately frustrated. Others calmly problem solve. Some give up quickly. Others persist. Your relationship with malfunction and breakdown is visible in these moments of things not working as they should. The trash you produce creates a weekly or daily rhythm of accumulation and disposal. Bags filling up, cans being emptied, the cycle of waste. Cats sometimes investigate fresh trash, curious about what you've deemed no longer useful, what you've consumed and discarded. Your calendar, whether physical or digital, holds the skeleton of your future. Appointments, plans, obligations marked in days ahead. Cats don't understand calendars, but they feel the effects when calendar. You becomes busy you when scheduled things create stress or excitement. There's a particular way you hold your shoulders when you're worried that's different from how you hold them when you're content. Worry shoulders rise toward your ears, creating tension in your neck. Content shoulders drop and relax, widening your chest. Your shoulder height is an emotional barometer. The way you park your car, if you have one, shows patterns. Always the same spot if possible, or more randomly, precisely centered or casually askew. These parking habits, like so many habits, reveal small things about your personality, your need for order, or your comfort with approximation. Your bedtime shifts with various factors. Later, when you're engaged with something, earlier when you're exhausted, irregular when you're stressed, or your schedule is disrupted. Cats learn your bedtime patterns, know when you're deviating from your norm, feel the ripple effects of your sleep schedule changes. The way you handle mail creates small choices throughout the day. Opened immediately or left for later, sorted into piles, or dealt with as it arrives. Important things separated from junk or everything mixed together. Your mail handling is a minor organizational system, one of many small systems that structure your life. Your plants, if you talk to them, hear your voice in a different context than cats do. You speak to plants knowing they won't respond, creating one-sided conversation that's meditative or hopeful. Cats witnessing this might wonder why you're speaking to still, silent things. There's a quality to your movements in the morning, before coffee or tea, that's different from after. Pre-caffeine, you move slower, maybe more clumsily, operating on less energy. Post-caffeine, you becomes more animated. Cats see this transformation, this person who seems to wake up twice, once from sleep, once from coffee. The way you respond to pain, stubbing a toe, burning a finger, hitting your head, creates predictable reactions. Some people curse, some people freeze, some people laugh. Your pain responses are so consistent that cats can recognize when you've hurt yourself by your particular reaction pattern. Your workspace, however you define it, accumulates objects that support your work. Reference materials, tools, supplies. This gathered collection represents your work self, the things you need to do what you do. Cats walking through this workspace are navigating your professional life, moving through the physical manifestation of your work identity. The sound of your computer fan or your phone vibrating creates background noise that cats learn to associate with you being present but occupied. These electronic sounds mean you're here, but your attention is directed toward a screen, towards something they can't see or compete with. Your response to surprise gifts or unexpected kindness reveals something about your ability to receive. Some people deflect and minimize. Others accept and appreciate openly. How you handle unexpected positive things shows your comfort with being given to, being thought of, being cared for. The way you wake up, gradually or suddenly, peacefully or with alarm, sets the tone for your day. Cats observe this daily transition from sleep to waking. See whether you emerge from sleep gently or are yanked from it by obligation. Your nightstand or bedside table holds the objects you want within arm's reach in your most vulnerable hours. Water, perhaps medication, maybe a book or journal, your phone, a lamp. These gathered necessities reveal what comforts or concerns occupy your mind as you settle toward sleep. The photographs on your walls or shelves create a gallery of your chosen memories, the faces you keep visible, the moments you've frozen and chosen to see daily. Cats walk past these images not knowing they're preserved moments, not understanding photography's strange magic of capturing time. Your response to cats' nighttime activity reveals your sleep needs and flexibility. Some people sleep through anything. Others wake at the smallest sound. Your sleep depth affects how cats navigate nighttime, whether they can be active or must be still. The way you organize your kitchen, where you keep dishes, food, utensils, creates a logical system that makes sense to you. Cats learning where food is kept aren't interested in your organizational logic, but they map your kitchen nonetheless, knowing where interesting smells originate. Your voice when you're on the phone with someone you love sounds different from your voice in other calls. Softer, warmer, more laughter. These beloved person calls transform your tone. Cats hear this shift, this version of your voice reserved for specific people who've earned this particular warmth. Let yourself be held by the knowledge that you're seen, fully and constantly seen. The way you drink water throughout the day creates a pattern. Some people sip constantly, others go hours without drinking, then have a lot at once. Your hydration rhythm is visible in how often you refill glasses, how often you visit the kitchen, the sounds of swallowing and ice clinking. There's a particular expression that crosses your face when you're remembering something pleasant, a softening around the eyes, a small smile, a brief look of being transported elsewhere. Cats sometimes catch this remembering face, see you visiting a mental place that pulls you briefly from the present. Your tolerance for mess varies with your stress level. When calm, clutter doesn't bother you as much. When stressed, disorder becomes intolerable. This fluctuating tolerance creates periods of intense cleaning, alternating with periods of letting things accumulate. Cats adapt to these cleaning cycles, knowing when their environment might be disrupted. The way you set down objects, carefully or carelessly, precisely or approximately, reveals your current state of mind. Rushed setting down is different from mindful placing. Cats watch you handle objects, seeing in your movements whether you're present or distracted, calm or hurried. Your response to accomplishing something, even something small, shows your relationship with achievement. Some people pause to feel satisfaction. Others immediately move to the next task. Your transition between completed and new tasks reveals whether you let yourself feel success or push relentlessly forward. There's a sound your house makes settling at night, and in this settling, your sounds also shift. You move less, speak less. Your presence becomes quieter as evening deepens. Cats moving through the nighttime house hear both the house settling and you settling, two simultaneous quietings. Your medicine taken daily creates a routine. Same time, same place, same small ritual of opening bottles and swallowing pills. This health maintenance routine becomes so regular that skipping it feels strange. Cats observe this daily medicine ritual, this small act of self-care or necessity. The way you respond to beauty, a sunset, a piece of music, a moving image, shows your openness to being touched by aesthetics. Some people pause and attend, others barely notice. Your beauty response reveals your capacity for awe, for being stopped by something lovely. Your grocery bags coming home carry the scent of the store, the handling of strangers, the food you've chosen for the coming days. When cats investigate these bags, they're smelling your shopping decisions, encountering food possibilities, reading the olfactory story of your provisioning trip. There's a particular way you stand when you're unsure, different from when you're confident. Uncertainty creates a slight imbalance, a checking posture, a hesitancy in how you hold yourself. Cats see this unsure stance, recognize when you're operating without full confidence. Your response to being wrong about something reveals your ego's strength. Some people defend and resist. Others admit readily and adjust. How you handle being mistaken shows your flexibility and security. Cats, witnessing your mistake responses, see whether you can bend or whether you break under being incorrect. The plants you choose for your space, if you have them, reflect your tastes and your optimism. Hardy, forgiving plants suggest realism about your care abilities. Finicky, demanding plants suggest optimism or aspiration. Your plant choices are horticultural self-portraits. Your voice when you're tired becomes slightly different, maybe lower, maybe slower, maybe with less variation in tone. This fatigue voice is recognizable to anyone who knows you well. Cats learn this tired voice, know it signals your depleting energy. The way you respond to cats' requests for attention varies with your availability and mood. Sometimes you respond immediately with affection. Sometimes you postpone, asking them to wait. Sometimes you ignore completely, too occupied. Cats learn to read which responses are likely based on your current state. Your shower routine creates a sequence of sounds: water starting, door closing, water stopping, towel sounds, footsteps. This bathroom symphony signals a particular transition in your day. Cats learn these shower sounds, know what they mean in your daily rhythm. There's a particular way your hands move when you're anxious, never quite still, needing something to do. Fidgeting, touching things, picking at cuticles, restless and seeking. This hand restlessness broadcasts your internal unease through your fingers. The way you leave rooms, lights off or on, doors open or closed, creates a pattern. Some people seal off each space they leave. Others leave a trail of open doors and burning lights. Your room exiting habits reveal your awareness of energy and boundaries. Your computer desktop or phone home screen, if anyone could see it, organized or chaotic, default or customized, cluttered or minimal, would tell a story about your digital life. Cats never see these screens the way you do, but they see you absorbed in them constantly. The sound of your sleep is a night soundtrack, breathing, shifting, occasional sounds from dreams. This sleeping music plays for hours while your consciousness is elsewhere. Cats awake through the night hear this full sleep symphony. Every movement and sound you make while unaware. Your response to unexpected free time reveals what you actually want to do versus what you feel obligated to do. When suddenly given a free hour, where does your attention go? This unplanned time strips away should and reveals want. The way you respond to difficulty, with persistence, with giving up, with asking for help, with frustration, shows your problem-solving approach. Cats watching you struggle with tasks see these different response patterns, witness how you handle challenge. Your keys wear differently over time. The ones you use most become smooth, others stay rough. Your keychain is a collection of access points, each key wearing according to how often you pass through its particular door. The temperature variations in your home create microclimates. Near windows versus away from them. Upper floors versus lower. Rooms with sun versus rooms in shade. Cats navigate these temperature zones seeking warmth or coolness, and they notice which zones you prefer, where you choose to spend time. Your response to silence varies. Some people fill every quiet moment with sound, music, television, podcasts. Others seek and protect silence. Your relationship with quiet shapes the sonic environment of your home. Your car, if you have one, holds traces of everywhere you've driven. Mud on the floor mats, dust on the dashboard, the sense of drive-through food or gas stations. This vehicle is a capsule of your movement through the world, accumulating the evidence of your journeys. Rest now in the gentle truth of being known without judgment, without expectation. The way you apologize when you've accidentally stepped on a cat's tail or disturbed their sleep reveals your relationship with causing even minor harm. Some people apologize profusely. Others barely acknowledge it. Your response to small accidental wrongs shows your default relationship with guilt and making amends. There's a particular sound your breathing makes when you're concentrating hard, sometimes holding your breath slightly, sometimes breathing shallowly. This concentration breathing is different from relaxed breathing. Cats hear this shift, this change in your respiratory pattern that signals deep focus. Your glasses, if you wear them, become an extension of your face. The ritual of putting them on in the morning, taking them off at night. the way you clean them, the case you keep them in. These vision-aiding objects are intimate tools, touching your face daily. Cats sometimes sniff these glasses, encountering the smell of your skin and the cleaning solution you use. The way you respond to seeing something that moves you to tears, whether you let yourself cry or hold it back, whether you cry easily or rarely, reveals your comfort with emotional vulnerability. Your tear response is a window into your permission to feel openly. Your internet search history, if anyone could see it, would create a map of your curiosities, your worries, your random questions at 2 a.m. Cats never know what you're searching for, but they see you searching, absorbed in the quest for information about things they'll never understand. There's a quality to your voice when you talk about things you're passionate about that's different from your voice discussing neutral topics. Passion animates you. Your voice speeds up, rises in pitch, carries more energy. Cats hear this excitement voice, this version of you lit up by interest, the way you handle interruptions to your sleep. Whether you wake fully and struggle to return to sleep or drift back easily, affects your morning self. Cats moving around at night sometimes wake you, and your response to these nighttime disturbances varies with your sleep security. Your response to pets' messes or accidents reveals your patience and acceptance. Some people react with immediate frustration. Others clean calmly. How you handle these disruptions shows your flexibility when things don't go as planned. The photographs you take but never look at again, stored in phones or clouds, represent moments you thought worth capturing, but don't actually revisit. These digital archives grow constantly, filled with frozen time you'll likely never view again. Your documented life exceeds your viewed life many times over. There's a particular way you hold books, carefully or roughly, mindful of spines or unconcerned. Your relationship with physical books as objects is visible in how you treat them. Cats sometimes lie on your open books, not understanding why you don't appreciate them blocking your view of strange symbols. Your response to receiving affection from cats varies with your mood and energy. Sometimes you welcome and reciprocate enthusiastically. Other times you tolerate or even gently deflect. Cats learn to read which version of you is present, which response is likely. The way you organize photos chronologically by event, by person or not at all, creates a system for storing visual memory. Your organizational approach to images reveals how you structure personal history, how you make sense of the past. Your voice leaving voicemails creates interesting moments. You're talking to the idea of someone, performing a one-sided conversation into a recording device. Cats watching you leave voicemails see you talking to empty air, speaking to an invisible listener. There's a sound your sleep makes in deep REM versus lighter sleep stages. Breathing changes, movements change. The quality of your rest shifts through the night in cycles. Cats awake through these cycles hear you travel through different depths of sleep. Witness your night journey without knowing the dreams that accompany it. The way you respond to good weather versus bad weather shows your relationship with nature and control. Some people thrive in all weather, adapting easily. Others struggle when weather doesn't match their preference. Your weather response affects your mood and energy noticeably. Your skin's sensitivity to temperature means You respond to warm and cool surfaces differently, seeking or avoiding warmth, drawn to or repelled by cold. Cats watch you navigate temperature, see you choose the sunny spot or the shaded corner, make thermal choices throughout the day. The way you handle being sick, whether you rest or push through, whether you complain or suffer silently, reveals your relationship with vulnerability and limitation. Cats see sick you. This version that moves slower, needs more, operates at reduced capacity. Your response to minor injuries, how you react to paper cuts, bumps, small pains, shows your pain tolerance and drama threshold. Some people barely notice. Others react strongly to minor hurts. Your injury responses are predictable patterns. The trash you generate tells stories about your consumption. Packaging from online orders, food containers, used tissues, discarded mail. This waste stream is the shadow side of your purchasing and consuming, the material record of what you use and discard. Your preferred lighting in different rooms and times of day creates atmospheres. Bright for morning, dimmer for evening, specific lamps for reading. These lighting choices shape the mood of your spaces. Cats navigate these different light levels, seeing easily in conditions you'd consider dark. The way you respond to compliments reveals your relationship with receiving positive regard. Some people deflect and minimize. Others accept graciously. Your compliment response shows your comfort with being seen positively, with being valued. Your medicine cabinet, organized or chaotic, tells a story about your health management and organizational energy. Expired medications mixed with current ones, or everything neat and up to date. This small space reflects your relationship with wellness maintenance. The sound of your car arriving home is recognizable to cats who've learned it. The particular engine sound, the way you close the door, your footsteps approaching. This sequence signals your return, creates anticipation or indifference depending on their mood. Your morning face is different from your afternoon face, different from your evening face, not just because of changing light, but because your face accumulates the day's wear, the marks of hours lived. Cats see these daily transformations. Watch your face travel through time. Breathe slowly. Rest in being witnessed without needing to change anything. The way you handle technology failures, whether you troubleshoot calmly or become frustrated quickly, reveals your patience with systems beyond your control. Your relationship with malfunctioning devices shows how you respond when things don't work the way they should, when the tools of modern life fail you. There's a particular stillness that comes over you when you're listening to someone you care about, really listening with your full attention. Your body becomes quiet, your face attentive, your energy focused outward. Cats see this listening stillness, this quality of attention that's different from any other kind of quiet. Your driving style, if you drive, follows patterns. Cautious or confident, aggressive or defensive, calm or anxious. When you return home from driving, you carry the energy of how you move through traffic, how you navigate roads and other drivers. Cats might notice you're more tense after a difficult drive, more relaxed after an easy one. The way you organize your closet, by color, by season, by frequency of use, or not organized at all, creates the structure of your clothing storage. This organization, or lack thereof, reveals your priority on visual order versus functionality versus unconcerned approach. Your response to being interrupted while working shows your flexibility and focused depth. Some people transition easily between tasks. Others struggle to regain concentration after disruption. Cats sometimes create these interruptions, and your response tells them whether their timing is welcome or disruptive. There's a sound your stomach makes when you're digesting particularly difficult food, different from normal digestive sounds. A more active gurgling, a processing struggle. Cats lying against your belly hear these digestive negotiations, your body working through what you've consumed. The way you respond to encountering beauty in unexpected places, a sunset through your window, a bird outside, an unexpected flower, reveals your openness to small moments of grace. Some people stop and attend. Others move past without pausing. Your sleep position follows patterns, back, side, stomach, or shifting through the night. Each position creates different sounds, different breathing patterns, different vulnerability to being disturbed. Cats sleeping nearby learn your position patterns. Know what each one might mean for how deeply you're sleeping. The photographs you've kept through years of moves and life changes represent your absolute core memories. The images that survived every purge, every downsizing, every reorganization. These keepers are your visual anchors, the pictures you can't imagine discarding. Your response to pets needing something in the middle of the night, whether you respond immediately or try to sleep through it, shows your priority system and your sleep protection. Some people will always get up. Others have higher thresholds for nighttime requests. There's a particular way your body releases tension when you finally relax at the end of a difficult day. A long exhale, shoulders dropping, face softening. This tension release is visible, an unwinding that happens in stages as you let go of what you've been carrying. The way you organize digital files, carefully sorted, or everything in downloads, descriptive names, or defaults, reveals your approach to digital order. Your computer's file structure is invisible to cats, but it represents your cognitive organization, how you structure information. Your response to seeing cats do something amusing or sweet reveals your capacity for delight. Whether you laugh, smile, reach for your phone to photograph it, or simply enjoy it without capturing it, your joy response shows your relationship with ephemeral pleasure. The plants dying slowly in your space, if you have neglected ones, represent your relationship with ongoing care obligations. Some things need regular attention to thrive, and plants visibly show neglect. Cats watch plants decline, witness the slow death of things you perhaps meant to care for better. Your voice in arguments or conflicts carries different qualities than your regular voice. Maybe louder, maybe tighter, maybe more controlled or more emotional. This conflict voice is a window into how you handle disagreement and tension. There's a quality to your movements in the morning before you're fully awake that's almost dreamlike. Moving on autopilot, performing familiar routines without full consciousness. Cats see this zombie you, this person operating on muscle memory, while your mind slowly boots up. The way you respond to seasons changing, with enthusiasm, with dread, with indifference, affects your household energy. Your seasonal mood shifts ripple through your home, changing routines and atmosphere. Your exercise routine or lack thereof creates patterns, regular movement at consistent times, or sporadic activity, or complete stillness. Your physical activity level is visible in your body, your energy, your routines. Cats notice when you're more or less active, when exercise appears in your schedule or disappears. The sound of your keys in the door is the first signal of your return. Before you're visible, before you speak, this mechanical sound announces you. Cats hear this door sound and know you're about to enter, creating a moment of anticipation or preparation. Your response to minor inconveniences, traffic, long lines, things taking longer than expected, reveals your baseline impatience or acceptance. Some people flow with delay, others chafe against it. Your inconvenience response is a character marker. The way you respond to being alone versus being with others shows your need for solitude or company. Some people expand alone, others contract. Some thrive with company, others find it draining. Your relationship with solitude affects household energy when you're home alone with just cats. Your phone's charging spot becomes a nightly ritual location. Plugging in, setting down, the small ceremony of putting technology to rest. Cats learn this phone bedtime spot. Know where you place this object that commands so much of your attention. The way you handle trash, immediately taking it out when full or letting it overflow, shows your tolerance for unpleasant tasks and your standard for household order. Cats sometimes investigate full trash, drawn by food smells or curiosity about your discards. Your morning shower or washing routine creates steam, scent, sound. This daily cleaning ritual transforms the bathroom temporarily, fills it with moisture and fragrance. Cats sometimes sit outside the closed bathroom door during this ritual, waiting for your emergence. Let the knowing wash over you gently, like warm water, like soft rain. The way you respond to your own mistakes, with harsh self-criticism or gentle self-forgiveness, reveals your internal voice's harshness or kindness. Cats sometimes witness your self-directed frustration, hear you speak critically to yourself, see you be harder on yourself than you'd be on anyone else. There is a particular quality to your concentration when reading that makes you temporarily unreachable. Your eyes track across pages or screens, your awareness fully engaged with words. Cats can approach during this reading trance, and you might not notice them immediately, so absorbed you are in text. Your relationship with time, whether you're always early, perpetually late, or precisely on time, creates patterns in how you move through your day. This temporal relationship affects your stress levels, your rushing or ease, your relationship with obligation. The way you organize spices if you cook tells a story about your culinary life. Alphabetically arranged suggests systematic approach. Grouped by cuisine suggests breadth. Few spices suggest simple tastes or infrequent cooking. Expired spices suggest intentions that exceeded follow-through. Your response to being praised reveals your relationship with being seen positively. Some people become uncomfortable, deflecting or minimizing. Others receive praise openly, letting themselves be appreciated. Your praise response shows your comfort with positive regard. There's a sound your house makes when everyone else is asleep and you're the only one awake. A particular quality of silence, a stillness that feels different from daytime quiet. Cats moving through this late night or early morning silence share this awakened sleeping house quality with you. The way you respond to physical touch varies with your mood and need. Sometimes you're touch hungry, seeking contact. Other times you're touch averse, wanting space. Cats offering affection through touch learn to read which version of you is present. Your digital footprint social media presence or absence, online activity level, digital engagement, represents a whole part of your life that exists in spaces cats can't access. This virtual you operates in realms they'll never see, relationships they'll never witness. The photographs you wish you'd taken but didn't represent moments you wanted to capture but didn't have your camera ready. These missed photos are ghosts in your photo collection, memories held only in your mind, not preserved in pixels. Your response to unexpected guests reveals your boundary strength and your hospitality balance. Some people welcome all arrivals, others feel invaded by unannounced visitors. Your guest response shows your control needs around your personal space. There's a particular way you touch your face when you're tired, rubbing your eyes, touching your forehead, resting your head in your hands. This self-soothing touch is visible fatigue, your body trying to comfort itself through sensation. The way you organize your bookshelves, if you have them, tells multiple stories. Fiction separate from nonfiction or mixed together, alphabetical by author or by color or random. Read books versus unread books. This organization reveals how you structure knowledge and story, your response to animals in distress, whether you help, whether you feel compelled to intervene, reveals your empathy reach and your action threshold. Some people can't help but help. Others maintain boundaries more easily. The plants thriving in your space, if you have successful ones, represent your ability to provide consistent care. These flourishing lives are evidence of your follow-through, your attention, your nurturing capacity. Cats see these green successes, witness life thriving under your care. Your voice when you first wake up is at its rawest, thick with sleep, deeper than usual, unpolished by the day's speaking. This morning voice is close to your natural vocal state, before you fully assumed your waking persona. There is a quality to your stillness when you're in pain, but trying to hide it. A held quality, a brittleness in your attempt to seem normal. Cats sometimes sense this masked pain. Notice the strain in your attempted normalcy. The way you respond to winning or losing, whether in games, competitions, or life situations, reveals your relationship with success and failure. Some people are gracious in both. Others struggle with one or both. Your win-loss response is a character window. Your car's particular sounds, the way the engine ticks when cooling after driving, the beep patterns, the door close sound, become associated with your arrival and departure. These mechanical sounds are part of your coming and going signature. The photographs you've been meaning to print or frame, but haven't represent the gap between intention and action. These images exist digitally, maybe even selected for printing, but not yet made physical. They're liminal photographs, chosen but not yet honored with display. Your response to being wrong in a factual matter versus being wrong in a judgment or interpersonal situation shows different aspects of your ego. Some people can admit factual errors easily, but struggle with relational wrongs. Others reverse this pattern. The way you handle solitude, whether you seek it or avoid it, thrive in it or wither, affects your energy when alone with just cats. If solitude depletes you, they feel your diminishment. If it restores you, they feel your expansion. Your morning routine's consistency or variability reflects your need for structure versus spontaneity. Some people need the same sequence every day. Others vary naturally. This structural need affects household predictability, the sound of your sleep deepening through the evening, breathing slowing, movements decreasing, sounds diminishing, marks your descent into rest. Cats witness this nightly descent, watch you surrender to sleep's pull. Your relationship with weather, whether you watch forecasts anxiously or barely notice, whether you plan around it or adapt as needed, shows your control needs and your flexibility with circumstances beyond your influence. Breathe here. Rest in the simple truth of being observed with acceptance. The way you respond to compliments about your home reveals your relationship with your space and your hospitality. Whether you deflect, minimize, or accept appreciation for the environment you've created, your home pride or home ambivalence shows in these responses. There's a particular expression that crosses your face when you taste something unexpectedly good. A moment of surprise and pleasure, eyes widening slightly, attention fully on the sensory experience. Cats watching you eat sometimes catch this pleasure face, seeing your response to taste they can't share. Your relationship with laundry, whether you fold immediately or leave it in baskets, whether you sort meticulously or throw everything together, creates another small organizational system. This fabric care approach reveals your standards and your available energy for domestic tasks. The way you organize your digital photos, if you organize them at all, creates a structure for visual memory. Albums by year, by event, by person, or everything in one chaotic stream. Your photo organization reflects how you structure personal history. Your response to being photographed reveals your self-consciousness and your relationship with your own image. Some people enjoy it, others actively avoid it. Your camera response shows your comfort with being visually captured and preserved. There's a sound your breathing makes when you're on the edge of sleep, but not quite there yet, a particular rhythm that's slower than wake, but not yet settled into sleep's deeper pattern. Cats hear this threshold breathing, this sound of you hovering between states. The way you respond to neighbors, friendly and engaged or private and distant, creates the social boundary around your home. Some people know all their neighbors, others barely acknowledge them. Your neighbor relationship shows your community needs or your privacy needs. Your car, if you have one, accumulates objects that tell stories. Water bottles, sunglasses, coins in cup holders, papers in seats. This mobile archive represents your on-the-go life, the things you keep in your traveling space. The photographs you delete immediately after taking represent your instant judgment of what's worth keeping. These rejected images are erased moments, deemed unworthy of storage space, even in digital form. Your response to silence in conversation, whether you fill it quickly or let it sit, reveals your comfort with pause and gap. Some people rush to speak, others allow quiet. Your silence tolerance affects your conversational rhythm. There's a particular way you move when you're trying to be quiet, stepping carefully, moving slowly, minimizing sound. This quiet movement is different from normal movement, more controlled and conscious. Cats watch you try to be silent, seeing you attempt what comes naturally to them. The way you organize your bathroom, products visible or hidden, organized or chaotic, reveals your morning routine complexity and your privacy needs around personal care. This intimate space shows your grooming priorities and your organizational energy in private spaces. Your response to being needed by others shows your availability and your boundary strength. Whether you respond immediately to every request or maintain limits on your responsiveness, your needed response reveals your helping patterns. The plants you've killed despite good intentions represent the gap between your aspirations and your follow-through. These plant failures aren't moral failings, but they do show where your attention goes and doesn't go, what you can maintain and what exceeds your care capacity. Your voice on phone calls with different people varies. Work voice, friend voice, family voice, stranger voice. Each relationship pulls different tones from you. Cats hear these various voices, these different versions of you speaking to invisible others. There's a quality to your movements in the evening as you wind down that's different from daytime movement. Slower, heavier, with less purpose. This evening slowing is visible exhaustion, your body showing the day's accumulation. The way you respond to breaking something reveals your relationship with imperfection and loss. Some people become upset at broken objects. Others shrug and dispose. Your breaking response shows your attachment to things and your acceptance of impermanence. Your car's temperature settings reveal your thermal comfort zone. Some people drive in constant cold from AC. Others prefer warmth. The climate you create in your mobile space reflects your thermal needs. The photographs you keep meaning to delete, but don't represent your inability to let go of captured moments, even ones you don't love. These marginal photos accumulate because deletion feels too final. Your response to pets' affection-seeking behavior varies with your availability. Sometimes you welcome and reciprocate. Other times you're too busy or tired. Cats learn to read which response is likely based on your current state and activity. The way you handle mornings, whether you wake naturally or need alarms, whether you rise quickly or linger, creates your daily entry point. This morning pattern affects household energy, sets the tone for the day's beginning. Your relationship with mirrors, whether you check them frequently or avoid them, whether you're critical or accepting of what you see, reveals your relationship with your own image and self-perception. The sound of your specific footsteps coming downstairs or across floors becomes recognizable. The rhythm, the weight, the speed, all create a signature sound. Cats learn this walking sound so well, they know it's you before they see you. Your response to finding something you thought you'd lost reveals your attachment to objects and your emotional investment in possessions. Some findings bring joy, others just mild relief. Your lost and found responses show what matters to you materially. Rest deeply in the knowledge that you are witnessed, accepted, and known. The way you say goodbye when leaving for work or errands creates a departure ritual. Whether you speak to cats, pet them, or simply leave. This goodbye or lack of goodbye reveals your relationship with transitions and your emotional connection to home. There's a particular light in your eyes when you're excited about something that's different from any other expression. A brightness and aliveness that transforms your face. Cats see this excitement light, this version of you illuminated from within by anticipation or joy. Your response to routine disruptions, when normal schedules break down, reveals your flexibility or rigidity. Some people adapt easily, others struggle with change. Your disruption response shows your comfort with uncertainty and deviation. The way you organize your desk or work surface minimal and clear or covered with objects, reflects your work style and your need for visual order versus having everything visible and accessible. Your relationship with time alone determines whether you seek it actively or whether it's something you simply accept. This solitude relationship affects your energy and mood when home with just cats. There's a sound to your contentment that's different from any other emotion. A particular quality of breathing, occasional small sounds of satisfaction, a relaxed body that settles differently. Cats hear and feel this contentment, this frequency of peace, the way you respond to unexpected beauty, a sudden rainbow, perfect light, an unexpected bird, shows your capacity for wonder. Whether you stop to look or move past without pausing reveals your attention to grace. Your sleep talking or sleep sounds, if you make them, create a nighttime soundtrack. Words that make no sense, sounds that emerge from dreams. Cats, hearing these sleep sounds, witness your unconscious expression, your dreaming self speaking. The photographs you wish you could take but can't, moments too fleeting, light too perfect but no camera present, represent the gap between experience and documentation. These unphotographed moments exist only in memory. Your response to change, whether in your environment, routine, or circumstances, reveals your adaptability. Some people welcome change, others resist it. Your change response shows your comfort with impermanence. There's a particular way your body holds stress that becomes visible over time. Tension collecting in shoulders, jaw, hands. This stress accumulation is readable in your posture and movement. Cats see this tension building, watch you carry invisible weight. The way you organize your life, with systems and structures, or more organically, creates the framework of your days. This organizational approach affects everything from how you track appointments to how you remember tasks. Your response to being cared for when you're sick or struggling reveals your comfort with vulnerability and receiving help. Whether you accept care gracefully or resist it shows your relationship with needing others. The plants you nurture successfully represent your capacity for ongoing care and attention. These thriving green lives are evidence of your consistency, your ability to notice and respond to need. Your voice at different times of day carries different energies. Morning voice, afternoon voice, evening voice. Each has its own quality and tone. Cats hear these daily voice changes, these vocal shifts that mark time's passage. There's a quality to your presence when you're fully engaged with something that makes you almost disappear into the activity. Absorbed completely, boundaries between you and what you're doing seem to dissolve. Cats see this absorption, this temporary loss of self-awareness. The way you respond to your own aging, whether you notice and care, whether you resist or accept, shapes how you move through time. Your aging response affects everything from how you care for yourself to how you view your changing body. Your car becoming an extension of your private space means you behave differently in it than in public. Singing, talking to yourself, emotional expressions you'd never show elsewhere. This mobile privacy booth holds a version of you that's unguarded. The photographs that exist of you that you've never seen, taken by others, by security cameras, by strangers, represent the you that exists in others' documentation, the you that you don't control or curate. Your response to endings of days, of tasks, of relationships, of any cycle, reveals your relationship with closure and completion. Whether you mark endings or let them pass unacknowledged shows your need for ritual around transition. There's a sound to your house when you're about to leave. Keys gathering, lights checking, doors closing in sequence. This departure symphony signals transition. Cats hear this leaving sound and know their alone time is beginning. The way you return home, whether you announce yourself or enter quietly, whether you seek cats immediately or attend to other things first, creates a homecoming pattern. This return ritual reveals your priorities and your need for connection after separation. Your relationship with photographs, whether you take many or few, whether you look at them often or rarely, shows how you engage with memory and documentation. Your photo practice reveals your relationship with preserving moments. And now, as this gentle exploration comes to rest, let yourself close your eyes if you haven't already. Feel the weight of your body supported. Notice your breathing, slow and steady. You are seen, you are known, and in this knowing, there is no judgment, only the quiet recognition of being alive, being present, being exactly who you are. Let sleep come softly if it's ready. Let rest settle around you like a familiar blanket. The cats in your life and the quiet presence of all living things hold you in their awareness even as you release into stillness. You are safe. You are here. You are enough. Rest well.
Bye bye.